So we're finally into the last phase of 24. And now we're all going to be very busy planning stuff for 25. But don't you guys feel you forgot something? Yes, you guessed it right. It is how effectively you work every single day. Because obviously that is the one factor that determines if you are going to achieve your goals or not. But as being a human, we always tend to focus more on planning, which should be done. But what if you never really worked the way you planned and failing the same next year? So in this video, we are going to focus on how effectively you work every single day with the help of following 10 productivity hacks that you need to master right now so that you can set the right foundation for 25 and achieve your goals faster than ever. So what are we guys waiting for? Let's get straight to the video. Number 1 is time blocking. This year, one of the most popular techniques is time blocking. And it should be. It just was so helpful if you are the kind of person who can procrastinate, if you are taking so much time doing the things. This is the one thing that you need to try in your life, because all you gotta do is just make your to-do list and just block that with a specific time, and only that time, not again or not any other time. You just have to complete, you just need to be done with that work in that period of time. And I can highly recommend that for students because there are certain chapters. So this is great if you can use a timer or just a specific time of the day when you can study every single day. And this way you can also develop a kind of study routine habit that you are doing on a daily basis. So it just helps you control of your life and you can save a lot of your time. So now you're not going to complain again that you don't have enough time because now you have it. Number 2 is the use of our AIs. But there's so many great AIs that you can use for a lot of the things. So you need to find that and you need to try that because this is the time you can try different things. And especially in this end of the year, when you're free, make sure you try some specific kind of AI that can specifically help in your work. Maybe you can consider making a list of them and then you can use them the next year to effectively work every single day. Number 3 is to not working all the time. That should be a specific time of the day when you work, and that's not the whole day. This is the mistake that I personally made. I plan out my whole day to just work, but then I realized that that doesn't go because you also need some time for yourself and for your family or to do the other things. Like you're definitely not going to study all day or not going to work all day. So you need some time for yourself and you need to give yourself that time. That could be your morning routine when you are with yourself, or that could be the evening time. I personally use the evening time because that's where I start to feel so much better and I really need that time to recharge my energy. But it just depends on when you can work the most efficiently. When you are not working all day, you're also giving yourself time, space to be a human and actually live and not just work, because that really makes no sense to just work every single day because you also need some time for yourself, right? In every single day, you need some time to recharge your energy, to just sit with your thoughts and to do the other things. Number 4 is energy-based scheduling. Energy-based scheduling is basically to understand which time of the day you're feeling the most productive and scheduling the most important task of the day in that time so that you can work your best in that one specific time, because you know that 80% of your results comes from 20%. So you are just scheduling that 20% of the task in that time when you're feeling your most productive. And you have to identify individually and that is the reason why I said that you need to master these productivity hacks right now so that you are aware of your own. So now you know that which time of the day you're feeling the most productive and which time you're not feeling like doing, so that in that time you are just scheduling the low maintenance or just low kind of energy task that doesn't require so much of energy and that is not that important to me. So you're just scheduling your time with the kind of energy you have. And it could also be the days, because obviously we are not feeling the same every single day. So you can schedule your most important task on the days when you are in your full energy and least important task in the days when you are not feeling like it. But just schedule your time according to the energy levels you can have. And that could also go with your habits. Like you can make different schedules for the time when you are in your low energy and when you are like in your periods, because that's when we are not feeling like doing anything and when you have something else to get it done. So the basic point here is to be so aware of how we are feeling and what is our energy level towards. Number 5 is digital detox. It might look harsh, but this is the truth. This is the thing. So if you really want to not get distracted, and not procrastinate and do work effectively, you need a digital detox. You need to detox your dopamine. You need to, rewire your brain, actually work. Because right now, you're in the phase when you scroll most of the time, when you are sleeping, when you're maybe just hanging out with your friends, so that your brain is not rewired in the way to actually work on the things that you should be. And the only way is through some time, maybe just a week. And I thought 1 week is enough. When you delete all those destructive apps or block people that doesn't serve you anymore, a week without the kind of pop music or any kind of music, without your phone, music, or maybe using, and now you're saying like, what if we are going to work? Yes, we all work with our phone, but how about you just use your phone for just work? And it's not more, it's just a week, so we can try that, right? It's not that hard. So all we have to do is to stay away from our phone and just enjoying the life without phone, going out without your phone and just spending some time alone, figuring out how it is to be, what it looks like to be in silence. And I have tried that myself. This is such an adventurous kind of experience when we can eat alone and when we are not procrastinating and when we are not using our phone. Because after all, it's your life, it's your dream, and you have to change it. Because if you are still doing that same thing, if you're still scrolling, if you're still getting distracted by the distractions you always have, you're not going to change, and only you can change that. So you just need to start distract your own distractions, and you need to rewire your brain in a way to actually work effectively on the things that has to be. Number 6 is the batching of tasks. To plan out the similar category of tasks in the same day or in the same time. So, for instance, if you have the similar kind of, topics that you need to cover, and you just give yourself 2 or 3 hours to cover all those topics. It could be same subject, it could be different subject, but it is kind of same topics that you can easily do. So you just set a specific time of doing that. Like if you have 2 or 3 assignments, then you can schedule them on Sundays, or maybe you have some kind of presentations and other stuff. So like you are just categorize the same kind of works together, because that generates the state of flow. And once you're in the state of flow, you can work so much efficiently and your work is just so easy, and you just can it was done at the same time because you're in the state of flow. So it just generates the state of flow when you work on specific tasks, specific same kind of task at the same time. Number 7 is to pick one area of your life. From the life wheel that we are all very aware, it's okay to just work in one area of life. Because let's be honest, multitasking is really not the thing we can all do. And even if you are good at it, it doesn't mean that you're working effectively. There's a difference between working effectively and just working. And now you have to work effectively because now you want to achieve your maximum results in the minimum time. And for this, you need to focus on one area of your life. So maybe you're just focusing on your self-improvement area when you are learning new things, when you are focusing on your career. That's perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine, because once you have completed the goal that you want to achieve in that one area, then you can focus on the second one. Why you have to do everything at the same time? Because we can't focus. We also have some limitation. Our brain has some limitation. So we can't focus on multiple things at a time. And that's true. We all know that. Most of you are students, so you already have study as your one priority, and you need to prioritize this if you want it or if you don't. And now as the other thing that you choose, maybe you're doing content creation, maybe you're an artist. So that's only the two, not more than this. Otherwise, you're not going to focus on any of that. And even if you're trying multitasking, you know that what are the results, what you have always been doing, and where you are right now with all of the things that you have done. So it's better to just do one thing at a time, or maybe just one single step that you have to take every single day, one movement just towards that goal, which is big for you. But you are actually focusing your most important time on that one thing and not on any other. Number 8 is to hold yourself accountable. Sleep trackers is a one way to basically hold yourself accountable, but that could be different ways. So maybe you just start a video diary in which you're recording yourself every single day at the end of the day when you're talking about what you have done today, or if you have completed your most important task or not. Or maybe You just complete your workout every single day. You take a picture of yourself and post it on your social media every single day. So this way you are just showing your brain, you're showing yourself that I do it every single day, and you're not unaware, and you're not just doing anything and not focusing on yourself, but you're every single day talking to yourself. You're well aware of how you're doing and what needs to be improved. And especially when you hold yourself accountable, you can easily identify when you have mistaken and when you need to change it, and how you can also change that thing. So this thing can be done with a lot of different ways. Basically, understand and see your progress every single day. And that will also be that cross on dates on your calendar, but make sure it's just for one thing, not for multiple things at a time. But to just tell yourself that I am doing that every single day, and that needs to be improved. Because the time when we are aware and when we hold ourselves or someone else accountable for a goal or a task which has a deadline as well, we are more likely to achieve that goal, and we are more likely to work on that as efficiently as. Number 9 is self-care. Yes, I'm talking about self-care because being productive does not always mean to just work. It sometimes also means to take care of ourselves, because if we don't give ourselves the time to actually recharge, then how can we work? It's not possible. We are humans. We need some time to recharge our energy as well. And self-care is the only way we can do that. So self-care could be every single day as well, because every single day you could find a 1 hour when you just dedicate to yourself, when you're watching your favorite drama, when you're doing your hair massage, and you're doing your skincare as well. It's just that you're giving yourself the time to reset, or not just to think about work. Because if you're also thinking about just work, that's not self-love. That is not how we love ourselves. Monthly and weekly self-care is essential for everyone, I guess. You also need some time to pamper yourself. So Sundays are for this, especially, right? So make sure you never work on Sunday. And I personally never work on Sunday unless I have something really important coming up. Sundays is basically for just to reset and to identify when we have mistaken, and just to spend some time with ourselves. As well as monthly. And that's monthly self-care depends on just one day of the month when you're not working on anything, and all you're doing just reflecting on your month, reflecting on your life and how everything is going, and just taking care of yourself, taking a day off. That's what you can call this. But when you include self-care in your routine, you can work as productive as you could be, because now you give yourself the time, you love yourself, and there's so many good things that is happening, and it's just so much positive to work on that. And now you're accountable for every single thing that you have done. So self-care just adds a little bit of that reset that you need, not just through small breaks between your work, but also through a separate days when you're not just working, when you're not working, but all you're doing is just taking care of yourself and giving yourself the time to actually recharge and not burn yourself into the fire of. And lastly, that is to romanticize your life. But the thing is, romanticizing your life actually means to find a simple moments, 2 minutes moments when you're dancing in your room and you're just appreciating your life and you're not just working. Because all those aesthetic vibes room and all the music that you listen and all the dance that you have done is actually helps you to boost your energy and to work even more. That when you take a break, you are going to listen to that music that makes you feel like dancing. These are the moments that makes your life so much alive, and it just helps you to stay in that present moment or not just to work. Because at the end of the day, the goal is not just to work, it's to actually live. And you need to start living your life to the very fullest and not just working. Because working is the essential part of life, but not life as well. So it's about finding those moments, finding joy in moments. And I personally believe that romanticizing your life can also be when you change your environment and your people as well. Yeah, I am talking about your people. But your physical environment, the room you're in, and the kind of music you play every single day, and what makes you feel cheered, what makes you feel like so much motivated to do the things. So it's not about work, but just giving you the energy you need to romanticize in order to restore the energy you have spent on your work. And that is all for this video. Hope you guys find it helpful. If you do, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more, because I post self-help content every week, which is really going to be helpful in your self-improvement journey. And remember one thing, that's all about awareness. So if you're aware of what you're doing, there is nothing that can stop you from achieving your goals. And I appreciate you. I love you and I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye.